Hello students, Miss Slyman here, back with our section 2 notes, and now we're talking about the binomial product. So bi means two, so binomial is two terms. So this is one binomial, this is another binomial because each has two terms, and then product means they're being multiplied. So binomial product. We've got three different ways we can multiply these. So one is with FOIL, which is first, outer, inner, last. So this is just helping us to think about our distribution. So I have to multiply my A by both the C and the D. So A times C is my first. So I find the product of the first. And then I multiply A times D. Those are the ones on the outside edges. So it's the outside and the outside. And then I've got to look at my B and multiply it by C and D. So B times C, those are my inner terms. And B times D, those are my last terms. So that's multiplying using FOIL. Another way to think of it is with area. So anytime I multiply two things, I can think of those as a length and a width. So it's like I have a box that has a length of A plus B and a width of C plus D. Well, I can divide any areas into their separate parts. So I can think of this whole product being many areas put together. So this first area is A times C, which is AC. This second area here is AD. This third area is B times C. And this fourth area is B times D. In the end, my total area, I have to add up everything inside. AC plus AD plus BC plus BD. It's exactly the same thing. The other way we can think about it is just thinking about multiplication. And in this case, I'm going to give us the multiplication of 715 times 23. So if we multiplied this, I would multiply the 5 times 3 and get 15, carry my 1. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. 7 times 3 is 21. And then I would move over a space and multiply 5 times 2. That's because this is now in the tens place, so I start in the tens place. 5 times 2 is 10, carry a 1. 1 times 2 is 2, plus 1 is 3. 7 times 2 is 14. And then I add it up. 5, 4, 4, 6, 1. And we can do this same thing with a binomial product. So I'm going to come down and do this first example with using that method. So if I do x minus 5 times x plus 3. I'm going to draw my line, and this is a multiplication. Negative 5 times 3 is negative 15. X times 3 is positive 3x. Now I'm going to come down to the next line and move over a space. Negative 5 times x is negative 5x. X times x is a positive x squared. Now I can add the result. Negative 15, negative 2x, and x squared. So let's test that with one of our other methods. If we test that with FOIL, so this method was the multiplication method. And now FOIL, x minus 5, x plus 3. FOIL says first, x times x is x squared. Outside, so 3 times x. Inside, negative 5 times x, negative 5x. And then outside, negative 5 times positive 3, negative 15. And now I collect like terms. X squared plus 3x minus 5x is minus 2x minus 15. So we get the same answer. So this is really a time for you to figure out what works best for you. Which one do you understand the best? And pick that out and try that with this example. So I'm going to use the multiplication again. X plus 2y times 3x minus y. I'm going to multiply those. 2y times negative y, negative 2y squared. X times negative y, negative xy. Come down a line, move over a space. 2y times 3x is 6xy, and that's a positive 6xy. X times 3x is 3x squared. Add up the result. 3x squared plus 6y and minus xy is plus 5xy minus 2y squared. And I'm going to get the same answer no matter which method I pick. So I'm going to stop now and come back with some more examples.